Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope all are doing very much good. Today we are going to cover SQC 1 and the essay 220. So this topic is very important for your exam purpose. Let's cover this today. First understand the background behind these topics. Okay, now come here. So SQC 1 and the essay 220. So every audit firm need to maintain the quality. Every audit firm need to maintain the quality at the firm level and at the particular engagement level. At the firm level, SQC 1 will apply. For what? To maintain the quality. Okay, for the firm level, SQC 1 apply. For the engagement level, you can say for audit level, for audit engagement level, for each audit, their essay 220 will apply. Now, a firm doing the audit, then SQC 1 will apply. A firm filing the GST returns, filing the income tax returns, means doing any work. A firm doing CA wala work, then SQC 1 will apply. But the essay 220 will apply only when for the audit engagement. Okay, this can be asked in MCQ. So, if there is a firm, there is a CA firm, then SQC 1 compulsory be apply on that. Remember this. Now, so what is quality? So there are 6 points covered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the first point says, who will take the responsibility, leadership responsibility for the quality at the firm level and at the engagement level. So this is new topic added in the SQC 1 and very important for your exam purpose. Okay, we will cover in detail in this chapter, right? Okay, now the second point says for the ethical requirement. For the ethical requirement, the first point cover here is the fundamental principle for a professional accountant, for a chartered accountant, that is the OP. Okay, this is covered in the topic of professional ethics. The fundamental principle of the professional ethics, that is COPI. By C mean confidentiality. A chartered accountant, a professional accountant need to maintain the confidentiality of the information they acquired as a result of their professional and the business relationships. Then the second is the objectivity. Not to compromise the professional judgment, means they should remain the unbiased during the audit and their work. Professional competence and the due cares, that means their expertise, their knowledge, they always should remain up to date. Okay, the next is professional behavior. It means they should comply with the relevant laws and regulations in their personal life also. They should behave like a professional in their personal life also, and also avoid any conduct that might discredit the profession. Okay, the next one is integrity, means honesty, should be straightforward and the honest in the professional and the business relationship. So these are the fundamental principles that a professional accountant, a chartered accountant should comply in his work. Okay, this topic is not important for this SQC 1. This is covered under the chapter name professional ethics. Okay, here just reference come for this. Now this is important for this topic, that is the independence. What do you mean by audit? Audit is an independent examination. My father running a factory for the atta flour, can I do audit for the same? No, because I am not independent. Okay, so for a audit, always there a team goes for audit. There is the engagement partner, you can say this is engagement partner. Another are the articles, BCom students and the paid employees, paid CAs. So that firm should establish the policies and procedures for the to maintain the independence during the audit. Okay, see here, there is a Pappu, he is a article. Okay, during the audit he asked to engagement partner. Okay, he asked to engagement partner, sir, can I say something? Then partner say, yes, you can say. He said, this is my mama's factory. Okay, this is my mama's factory means his brother factory. Okay, then what happened? His independence get hurt. He cannot do audit. It means that not only engagement partner, whole team should be independent, because that whole team are involved in the audit. Okay, that whole team should be independent. Now, so SKOC1 is formed so that every firms establish the policies and procedures to maintain the independence before going to audit itself. Okay. The next point says the acceptance and the continuance of the client. So first time for the acceptance and second time for the continuance. They have to decide, that firm has to decide about the integrity, means truthfulness of the client, whether the client is involved in any wrong activities, any criminal activities. So if yes, then we should not accept, or if we accepted, then we should not continue that firm, that engagement. The second is resources. Okay, can I do audit for the Reliance company? I have no resources, I have no team. Okay, so before accepting any audit, confirm that you have resources to do that audit engagement. Okay, the next one is the withdrawal policy. If we accept the audit but we find that client is involved in wrong activities, we have not proper resources, we are not independent, then we have to withdraw from the engagement. So how to withdraw, what are the steps to follow are covered here, right? The next is for the human resources. So under the quality SKOC1, we have to make the policies and the procedures for these points, right? Understand? Under the quality control, we have to make the policies and the procedures for these points to maintain the quality for the audit and other services. So the next is for the human resources. Now also that every firm need to maintain the good human resources, those are skilled, and also plan for their training, etc., and make for this a policy and procedures. The next is for the engagement performance, means doing the audit, doing the work. So after completing the work, there is a engagement quality control review. There is a engagement quality control review. So this person review the work done by the engagement partner, engagement partner, engagement team before issuing the audit report. Okay, this person come there for the listed company only, to maintain the quality. Okay, he will review the work that is done by the engagement partner and the engagement team only for the listed company. If there is a difference of opinion between engagement partner, engagement team, other persons, then what to do? Okay, then we should refer the policies of our firm. Okay, right. Now some same points as of SA 230. There are some common points under the SKOC1 and the SA 230. That is about the documentation is property of the auditor, and the हम साथ हैं, maintaining of the audit documentation, completing the audit file. Okay, this is same under the SA 230 and the SKOC1. You can give reference of both in the question, SKOC1 and the SA 230 both. The last one for the monitoring. What it says that above all 5 steps you have to monitor whether your firm is complying those or not. In the last step, you have to make the policies and procedures to monitor whether the above 5 steps are properly complying or not. Okay, make for this policies and procedures. So this is the quality control at the firm level as per SKOC1. Similar points are given under the SA 220 also, but this is for the only audit engagement, each audit engagement. This is the difference between the SKOC1 and the SA 220, right? Understood? Okay. Now another most important topic is now added by ICI in the new course. That is the difference between the SA 220 and the SK of C1. Okay, almost both are same. That's why this difference is very, very important for the exam purpose. Okay, there is minor difference between both. So very, very important for exam purpose. We will cover this in this lecture. Some small topics after the SA 220 and the SKC1 is given in this chapter. I say name this chapter as a chapter number 1, and this chapter are covered the SKC1, SA 220 and these 3 small topics: peer review, quality review and the NAFRA. Okay, just these chapter are removed by the ICI in the new course. Just a reference come for this. Okay, just read in short given. Just plain reading and not relevant for exam purpose. Okay, we just understand these, read this, but these are not relevant for exam purpose now. Okay, just small topic are given in your book. Okay, now come back to magic book and cover this topic with me. So see here, audit quality. So application of rigorous audit process by the auditors and quality control procedures that comply with the laws, regulation, applicable professional standard. So this is done to maintain the quality at the firm level by SKC1 and the SA220 for the each audit engagement level. And this deals with the quality at the firm level and apply to all the engagement, even non-audit. Remember that SA220 is only for the audit engagement, each audit engagement, but the SKC1 will apply to firm. Okay, even for the non-audit firm. They say a firm, there is CA firm, then definitely SKC1 apply in every case. This can be asked in the MCQ also. We need to maintain the quality at the firm level and the each audit level as per SA220, right? Now cover SKC1. Quality control for the firm that perform the audit and review of the historical financial information and other assurance and the related service engagement. This is name for the SKC1. Okay, so you can in short ask that the quality control for the firm level. Okay, that is CA firm perform the audit, perform the review, perform the other assurance work, and perform the related services like compilation of balance sheet, profit and loss account, filing the GST returns, filing the income tax returns. So all kind of work that SKC1 will apply. Right. Now, SKC1 applies to all the firms. Firm should establish the system of quality control designed to provide it with the reasonable assurance that the firm and its personnel comply with the professional standards and regulatory and legal requirement, and the report issued by the firm are appropriate. This is the purpose of the SKC1, to establish the quality control so that the firm comply with the professional standard, that are the essays and law and regulation, and the reports they are giving are appropriate. They are giving disclaimer, they are giving adverse report, so their report they are giving are appropriate in the circumstances. Okay, this is the purpose of the SKC1. Now there are some definitions given and the element of the quality are given. First cover definitions. So what do you mean by a firm? So it covers the sole proprietorship firm, a partnership firm, and any entity of the CAs. Remember, for doing the audit, there should be a proprietorship firm or there should be a partnership firm. A company cannot do the audit for any company. Okay, a body corporate or a company of CA cannot do the audit. Yes, they can do other work, that is the management consultancy work, but for the audit there should be a partnership firm, there should be a firm, or there should be proprietorship. Remember this. And engagement partner, EP, in short we call it EP, right? See here. So any full-time practicing CA in the firm who is responsible for the engagement and its performance and for the report that is issued on the firm behalf. So he is the main person who is responsible for the each engagement. Okay, and he do the sign on the audit report. Simple, right? The next one is the engagement team. So all the personnel performing the audit engagement. It includes all the paid chartered accountant, paid employees, BCom student, and the articles. Right? The next is for the engagement quality control reviewer. So any person with the sufficient experience and the authority to evaluate before report is issued, significant judgment and the conclusion made. So he's a person with the knowledge and experience. He should be member of that CA firm. Okay, should be member of that CA firm. It can be employee and member of that CA firm. Remember this. Now, these are for only reading purpose, these definitions. Okay, see here. Now, elements of the system of quality control. So what are the elements? There are 6 elements. Okay, see here, the memory technique. He means male. He means male. Okay, you know that. She means female and the he means male. So he means male. By H means human resources. By E means engagement performance. He. Then by M means monitoring. By A means acceptance and convenience of the client. By L means leadership responsibility, and the by E means ethical requirement. So he means male. This is the memory technique to learn all the 6 points. Now there is a question. B Limited approach the CA firm to assist them in preparation of financial statements and issue a compilation report. That means making of their balance sheet, profit and loss account, and cash flow statement. Means making their accounts work. That is non-audit work. Non-audit work. So does CA firm have to have responsibility for the quality control for above said engagement? Yes, a CA firm doing any work, they have to follow the SQC 1. Such kind of services fall in category of related services. Okay, SQC 1 is applicable to all type of engagement, including these services. Remember this. This can be asked in the MCQ also. High chance to come in exam this time. Now this is clear to you. Okay, now come forward. The next topic is about the leadership responsibility for the quality within the firm. This topic is newly added. Okay, the name was earlier there, but the content of this topic is newly added by ICI and important, may come in exam. In this attempt, in next attempt, must come in exam. Okay, see here. Every firm, every CA firm should establish the policies and the procedures designed to promote an internal culture at the firm level. Such policies and the procedures require the CEO or managing partner to assume the ultimate responsibility for the firm quality control. Now tell me, who is responsible for maintaining the quality control at the firm level? Okay, who is responsible for establishing the quality control at the CA firm level? That's CEO or the managing partner of firm. Very, very important point. That's CEO or the managing partner of firm. Can be asked in the MCQ. You can write here. Right? Okay. Now, any person assigned the operational responsibility for the firm quality control system should have sufficient experience and ability. The first and the foremost responsibility for the establishing and maintaining the quality control is for the CEO or the managing partner. If they assign the responsibility to any person, I repeat, if the CEO or the managing partner assign the responsibility to any person, then in that case, that person should have sufficient experience and ability. Right? Okay. Now, firm business strategy is subject to overriding a requirement for firm to achieve the quality in all the engagement. It is non-negotiable. It should be ensured that the quality control policy override the firm business strategy. That quality control policy override the firm business strategy. Right. What they are saying, a firm is trying to get more and more business. A CA firm try to get more and more business, means more and more audits, compilation works. Okay. But as much as work they get, their quality get reduced. So this line are saying that their quality control policy should override their business strategy. Okay, quality is first, then business expansion is second, money is second. That firm should adopt. Quality is first, then money is second. For that, they should follow this 4 point. To keep the quality at priority and money on second level, they should follow these 4 points. So what are these? These are newly added, right? These are the commercial performance evaluation using the vital resources. I repeat, commercial performance evaluation using the vital resources, See here, that firm assigned its management responsibility so that the commercial consideration, means money, does not override the quality of work to perform. For each audit, each work. For each audit and each work, responsibility should be fixed. For each person. That firm have to maintain the quality. They should always prefer the quality over the money, over the commercial consideration. Okay, they should assign the management responsibility so that the money cannot override the quality of the work. They fix the responsibility for every person that their firm have and should not accept the extra work. Accept only that they can afford, they can do, they can cover. Okay, if I choose to teach all subjects for CA final, I cannot do so. What happen? Quality get compromised, right? Quality get compromised. So always quality remain on top, then business, then money. This is clear? Now, so commercial performance evaluation using the vital resources. Commercial is done, the next is for the performance evaluation. That firm policies and the procedures addressing the performance evaluation plus compensation and performance promotion. Okay, that firm having the policy and procedures that address the performance evaluation. That firm should evaluate the performance of their employees, how they are working, how better they are working. Pay them compensation as per their work. If they do better work, pay them according to that. And promotion also, means incentive, give them bonus also. To its personals are designed to demonstrate the firm overriding commitment to quality. Okay, a firm is not paying properly to its employee, not giving them promotion, not giving them any bonus. So how that employee will work better? Okay, how that quality will be improved? It cannot be improved. So to maintain the quality, to improve the quality, that firm should evaluate the performance of their employees, give them compensation as per requirement, as per the rate in the market, and also give them promotion and bonus, etc. to maintain the quality at the firm level. If they get proper compensation, only then they work properly and the quality get increased. Now, firm devotes its resources for development, documentation and the support of its quality control procedures, To make the quality control procedures, its development, its documentation, its support, deploy all resources, means make this all the effort to support the quality control procedure at the firm level. Okay, do any work required for this. The fourth point says the firm, before accepting the engagement, should acquire the vital information about the client. It helps the firm to decide about the integrity of client and promoters and key managerial persons and competence to perform the engagement. Okay, before accepting any engagement, they should acquire the information about the management, client, promoters, key, whether they are involved in any criminal activity, then should not accept that engagement. And also check your capability. Can you perform that audit? You have engagement team, you have proper team to complete that audit. Okay, check your capability and check the integrity of the client also. This is clear to you? So there are 4 points. The one is commercial, the second is performance evaluation using the vital resources. The first point says, first is quality, then money. The second point says, evaluate the performance of employees, give them proper compensation, give them promotion. Then vital, deploy all resources for the maintaining the quality. And the last point says resources. The third point is resources, deploy all resources for the maintaining the quality. And the fourth point says vital information about the client and about your resources also. Can you do that audit or not? Okay, check your capability also, your competence, your firm competence. Clear? This is no new topic and very important for your exam purpose. Okay, now come forward. See this question. A CA firm has policy to accept the client wherein the risk evaluation is conducted for the company promoters that X Limited approach the firm. So promoter of X Limited is close friend, associate and family friend of Mr. A. That company promoter is friend or associate of Mr. A, who is the managing partner of the CA firm. That means the promoter of that company and the CA firm managing partner are friends. Simple. X Limited is in the news in the previous year for certain inquiries from the regulatory authorities that existing auditor has resigned and created a casual vacancy. X Limited is ready to offer the 25% more than existing fees. Their auditor get resigned. Now that company is ready to pay more than 25% fees over the existing fees. So Mr. A has strong recommendation to firm that accept the audit. So what is your understanding of functioning of tone at the top of firm, and what are the considerations should be exercised to uphold the firm? Now, in that company is in news in previous year for certain inquiries from the regulatory authorities, and this auditor also get resigned and create a casual vacancy. So this give rise to the integrity of client. There should be any reason why that company is in news, that regulatory get started an inquiry for them, and their CA also get resigned. Okay, this give rise to about the integrity of client, about the truthfulness of client, Okay, this is very important question. Remember this. So it reflects the poorly regarding the functioning at the top of firm level for the quality control, because that Mr. A is ready to accept the audit. Right? They should not accept the audit. Explain the point number 2 above. This one. Clear? Okay. Now, it further requires that the firm strategy is subject to overriding requirement of firm to achieve the quality in all engagement. Okay, money is second and the quality is first. However, in the given situation, the commercial consideration seem to be overriding factor. In this case, that money is overriding the quality, because that company is paying more than 25% over the existing fees. Also, they have relationship. That means their independence get hurted here. Clear? Okay. So managing partner of firm is a close associate and the family friend of promoter. So matter should bring to knowledge of the firm as it involves the issue of the independence also. Further, the matter of inquiry from the regulators and the resignation of the auditor give rise for the integrity of the proposed clients. Now, as KFC1 further require the firm to consider the before acceptance of an engagement that client does not lack integrity. All these factors need to be taken into consideration before accepting the engagement. Okay, these are the basic lines that we have read earlier. Now, overall, such a situation reflect lack back of proper establishment of quality control framework. So, following consideration should be considered above 4 points. What are these? These are the commercial performance evaluation using the vital resources. Commercial performance evaluation using the vital resources. Explain all these 4 points. Okay. High chance of this question to come in exam. Remember, in this attempt, in next attempt, definitely come in exam. Very, very important. Clear? Okay. Now come forward. The next point is about the ethical requirement. Now, first point says fundamental principle. These are the COPI. COPPI. Okay. So, establish the policy and procedures to reasonable assure that firm personnel comply with the relevant ethical requirement of integrity, objectivity, professional competence, and due care, and the confidentiality and the professional behavior, means COPI. Okay, this topic is covered under chapter name professional ethics. Note here in detail. Just reference come here. Just a reference come here. Right now, next is about the independence. This is important here. Firm should establish the policies and the procedures. P and P, policies and procedures, should enable the firm to for these 3 points. The first point says the communicate the independence requirement to personnel and others. Communicate the independence requirement that all the person going for the audit, it can be article, it can be paid employees, BCom students. So all those engagement team personals should communicate their independence before going to the audit. Identify and evaluate circumstances creating the threat to independence. First did not clear. Okay, first did not clear. They reach at the client place. They reach at the client place. Now that engagement partner identify that there is any threat to independence. Okay, now you should identify and evaluate if any threat to independence after reaching at the client place. Again, if they find actually there is a threat to independence, then they should take appropriate action to eliminate the threat and withdrawal from the engagement. See, if there is any person, there is Meena and she is related to that company. Okay, then transfer her to other audit. If it is not possible, then withdraw from the engagement. Clear to you? Okay. Now, note, at least annually, that firm should obtain the written confirmation of the compliance with the policies and procedures on independence from all the personals. So, one time in year, annually at least one time, they should get, they should get written confirmation from all the personals about the independence. That firm should establish the policies and procedures for determining the need for the safeguard to reduce the familiarity threat. See here. See here. There is the engagement partner. Okay. Now see here, every CA firm, every CA proprietorship firm can do audit for the 5 years as per Companies Act. We know that. Okay, every CA partnership firm can do audit for the 5 plus 5 years, means 10 years for 2 terms. 5 plus 5 years max. But see here, there is engagement partner for a listed company. We are talking for a listed company. A listed company. Okay, for first year he is doing the audit, for second year, for third year, for fifth year, for 5 year, for 6th year, for 7th year, for 8th year. It is a listed company. Every time, every year he is signing the report. Okay, as a partner of this firm, that firm can do it for the 10 years, right? For first year, second year, third year, till 8th year, he is signing the report every year. So what happened? There is a threat. There is a threat for the familiarity. That he became familiar with all the management here. Okay. For determining the need for safeguard to reduce the familiarity threat. If he is signing the report again and again, yes, we know that a CA firm can do it for the 10 years as per Company Act. But again and again he is signing the report, same person signing the report, then it will create the familiarity threat. So for determining the need for safeguard to reduce the familiarity threat to an acceptable lower level when using the same senior on an assurance engagement over a long period, right? So how to reduce this threat? How to reduce this threat? But as per Companies Act, he can do it for the 10 years. So for all the audit of listed companies requiring the rotation for the engagement partner after a specified period in compliance with the code of engagement partner should be rotated after a period of not more than 7 years. It means he can do audit, he can sign the audit report for that company only for the 7 year. For 7 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not for the 8, 9, 10. Okay. A firm can do it for the 10 years for any company. Okay. For 10 years. But a engagement partner can sign that report only for the 7 year. To avoid the familiarity threat here. Okay, this point is also asked in MCQ by ICI. Now, see here. There is a question on this topic. A CA doing the stock audit, he leverages it as opportunity to prevail upon the client to get an accounts audited from their firm also. Okay, the CA firm is doing the stock audit and ask the client to get their accounts audited from their firm also. Means their financial audit. He also assures the client of a clean stock audit report. How does it reflect? He is saying that give us your audit also, your financial audit also, and I will give you clean stock audit report. This is totally wrong. This is affecting our quality also. That approach of chartered accountant is not proper. Such practices violate the code of ethics and its spirit. So it reflects the poorly upon the quality control system of the firm. As per SKC 1, that quality control policies and the procedures should be documented and communicated to firm's all the personnels. It shows the firm personnel is not properly sensitized regarding the requirement of SKC 1. Means they are not alert. They are not too much aware about the SKC 1 requirement. Okay, this question new edit. This is clear to you? Okay, the next topic is about the acceptance and the continuance of the client relationship and specific engagement. means for first time. For first time. And for continuance mean the second time and further. Second time and further. Right? Now see here. That firm should establish the policies and the procedures for the acceptance and the continuance of the client's relationship and the specific engagement, designed to provide with the reasonable assurance that it will undertake or continue the relationship and engagement only. There are 3 points covered here. The first, we have to check the integrity of the client. I repeat, we have to check the integrity of the client about their truthfulness. The second point says, is competent to perform the engagement and has capabilities, time, resources. In second point, check our capability, our own capability, our own capability, that we can do that audit or not. We have the resources, we have the time to complete that audit or not. The third point says the comply with the ethical requirement, but under this, the third point is given for the that policies and the procedures on the withdrawal from the engagement. If we find that client is not proper working, client is involved in the illegal activities, or client is putting a limitation on our scope, then we have to withdraw from the engagement if we have accepted earlier. So how to withdraw? So what are the policies and procedures for withdrawal from the engagement? Means steps, या requirement for withdrawal from the engagement. How to withdraw? Withdrawal from engagement. Is it clear? Okay. Now, cover one by one. See point A. So, matter to be considered with regard to the integrity of client. Very, very important for exam purpose. So, in this point, we check about the integrity of client, means truthfulness of client. This cover the aggressive nature का client inappropriate reason and info दे रहा है. Aggressive nature का client inappropriate reason and info दे रहा है. You can say aggressive nature's client giving the inappropriate reason and info. Aggressive nature's client giving the inappropriate reason and the info. अगर आपको हिंदी नहीं आता है तो ओके. सो अग्रेसिव नेचर का क्लाइंट inappropriate reason and the info दे रहा है. Now, aggressive by means aggressive. Before that, let's see a real life case study about this. One second. Okay. See here. Byju's auditor resignation. Reason. Okay. Now zoom it a little bit. See here. The audit firm, okay, for the audit company of Byju's, that Deloitte resigned as the auditor. Deloitte resigned as the auditor for the Byju's. So the audit firm Deloitte on this date resigned as the auditor for the Think and Learn Private Limited, that is known as the Byju's. Deloitte has been working with Byju's since 2016 and they was reappointed also as the auditor. So Byju's now appointed the BDO as its new auditor. That Deloitte is get resigned. Now they appointed the BDO as a new auditor. So why they resigned from the company here? The development comes at time where the Byju's is going through a debt crisis. Okay, that company under a debt crisis. The company is dealing with the $1.2 million loan repayment issue. That company is not paying their loan properly. It missed a $40 million repayment on June 5th. and sued its lender over the harassment in recovery of the loan. Okay, because of this, they did their see here, as a part of the credit agreement, that audit and the financial statement are significant. Okay, that all the lenders are asking for their financials. That's why they delay their financials. Okay, but in case of default like Byju's, which delays its financial statement, the lenders may accelerate the term loan and causes all the outstanding term loan balances to due and payable immediately. Okay, because that lender asking for their money, they delayed their financial statement. Okay, they are not providing the financial to the auditor, to Deloitte. That's why that Deloitte get resigned from their audit. See here. So in the resignation letter, that Deloitte said the financial statement of the company for this year are long delayed. In accordance with the Companies Act, the audited financial statement for year ending this were due too late before the shareholders in meeting September 2022. So they get delayed. That Byju says we are not able to complete the audit on time. We have no resources, capabilities to complete the audit on time. That's why we are getting resigned from the company. Now the new auditor is the BDO for the Byju's. This is clear to you? Now come to the magic book. See here. We have to check the integrity first time and the subsequent time also. First time and second time also, before accepting the audit. So this cover the aggressive nature का client inappropriate reason and the info दे रहा है. Aggressive nature's client giving the inappropriate reason and the info. Okay, see here. The first point says whether the client is aggressively concerned with the maintaining the firm fee as low as possible. That client is putting the pressure on the CA firm to keep their fees as low as possible. But as our fees get reduced, our quality get reduced. So that client is not concerned with the quality. Okay, that client is not concerned with the quality. So there is some issues in their integrity. They do not want to get the audit properly. Okay. So should not accept it, or if accepted, then withdraw from the engagement. Aggressive nature of client operations and including the business practices. Now you can see that Byju's is not paying their debt properly, and there is another example also. Let's take example for the Vivek Bindra. Their company is doing the work for the selling some courses around value 50k, but that courses have zero worth. They ask that person who buys to sell to another person. Okay, they are getting a chain and they are doing a fraud business. So if you find this, then withdraw from that engagement or not accept it. Okay, aggressive nature का client indication that the client might be involved in the money laundering and the criminal activities. If you have doubt about this, there may be any investigation by the department, there may be any inquiry by the department, there may be any investigation by the CG also, then it gave the indications that client might be involved in the money laundering on the criminal activities. Then not accept that audit. Not accept that audit. Okay. Now, aggressive nature client, inappropriate, indication of the inappropriate, limitation in scope of work. Refer the essay 210, that client is putting the limitation on scope of work, then resign from the client. Aggressive nature का client, inappropriate, reason for the proposed appointment of the firm. Okay, see here. Reason for the proposed appointment of the firm and non-reappointment of the previous firm, or the reason is that previous firm is get resigned. Previous firm is get resigned. is get resigned. Just like Deloitte. Now, the new auditor is the BDO. Okay, that new auditor is a BDO. So before accepting the BDO, they have to confirm. Okay, responsibility is the BDO. That they have to confirm that the reason for the proposed appointment, why that Byju's is appointing the BDOs as an auditor. Okay, so what is the reason for the Deloitte for non-appointment, or why they get resigned? Okay, it is a responsibility. I repeat, it is a responsibility for the BDO. Why they get appointed and what is the responsibility? Okay, what is the reason for the non-reappointment of the Deloitte and why they get resigned? They have to check here before accepting the client. Okay, otherwise not accepted. So, aggressive nature का client, inappropriate reason. Info concerning the attitude of client, principal owners, key management, TCWG toward the interpretation of the accounting standard and internal control environment. It means that they are getting their own treatment for the Ind AS. Okay, we are chartered accountant, we have studied well the FR subject, the Ind AS, but the client is doing the treatment as per their own wishes for Ind AS. Okay, then also not accept the engagement. So let's say aggressive nature का client, inappropriate reason and the info दे रहा है. Clear? Okay. This is important topic, can be asked in exam. Learn all these 7 points. Okay, right. Now come here. Now this is clear. The first point says for checking the integrity of the client. Now second point says for the checking the own capabilities. Can we do the audit or not? Can we are capable to complete the audit or not? That matters concerned in determining the firm has the capabilities, competence, time and resources to undertake the new engagement. Is MEMI technique is the knowledge and the experience. Knowledge and experience of personal and the expert. Knowledge and experience of personal and the expert plus their eligibility and reporting. Okay, knowledge or experience of the personal means employee or the expert plus their eligibility and the reporting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 point is covered here. Okay, first point says the firm personnel have the knowledge of relevant industries and subject matter. Okay, that firm earlier doing the audit for a steel company, a steel industry. That CA firm doing audit for the steel industry, Now they get audit for the, you can say for Reliance Jio or Vodafone Idea, means for telecommunication. Now all their function, all their system are online based. Okay, now you have to check whether you have knowledge of relevant industry. Okay, earlier your firm is doing the audit for the steel industry, but you are now entering for the auditing for the telecom industry. Whether your personnel have knowledge for the telecom industry, because there all the business are online, right? That firm personnel have the experience and with the regulatory and the reporting requirement. So every industry have different reporting requirement, just like bank have different reporting requirement, NBFC have different reporting requirement. So check whether you have experience regarding that or not. Firm has sufficient personnel with the necessary capability and the competence. Means you have a proper team with the capability and competence. Check this to complete the audit on time. The next point says for the expert are available if needed. Many times a chartered accountant during the audit, they also need some expert for some valuation work, like just like actuary. Okay, or for valuation of land and building, etc. So check whether your firm has any expert that is required or not. Okay. Now, the next point says the individual meeting the eligibility requirement to perform the engagement quality control review are available or not. It means that EQCR for checking the quality is available or not. His eligibility also. He should be a member of that CA firm. Firm be able to complete the engagement within the reporting deadline. I repeat, that firm should be able to complete the engagement within the reporting deadline. That auditor of the Byju's, that means Deloitte, is not able to complete the audit within the reporting deadlines because they are dealing that Byju's is dealing their financials. So that Deloitte is not able to complete the audit engagement to plan the audit on time. That's why they are getting resigned from that audit. Is it clear? Now, so how to withdraw? How to withdraw? That every firm should establish the policies and the procedures on the withdrawal from the engagement, right? Okay. Action, reason, report, document. Action, reason, report, document. I repeat, action, reason, report, document. First is the action. Action. Discuss with the client, management, TCWG regarding the action that the firm might take based on the relevant facts and circumstances. Okay, that firm is thinking to withdraw. Just thinking. So, discuss with the client's management or TCWG about their actions. First is action. The second is the reason. Now, in the second step, they decided to withdraw. If the firm determines it is appropriate to withdraw from the engagement, then they will discuss with the management and the TCWG for the withdrawal with the reasons. In the first step, tell the action they are going to take. In the second step, tell the reason when you decided to withdraw from the engagement. In the third step, consider whether there is any professional or the legal requirement for the firm to report the withdrawal to the regulatory authorities. Okay. First is the action, then reason, then report if required to the regulatory authorities. The last step is the document. Document the significant issues, consultation taken, conclusion reached, and the basis for the conclusion. The first is the action you are going to take. Now you decided to withdraw. Now tell the reason to the management. The third step is report if required to the regulatory authorities. The fourth step is to document the significant issues and the conclusions. Okay, clear to you? Okay, action, reason, report, and the document. So all these three topics are very, very important for exam purpose. Now, there are some questions on these topics. Let's cover this. The first question says, guide the MB and associate about the matters to be considered with regard to the integrity of client as per the requirement of SQC1. Important. Means they are talking about the integrity of client. This is direct question. The next question says the auditor accepted the engagement without considering the info whether the conclusion reached regarding the acceptance and continuance of the client relationship and audit engagement are appropriate. Means they are not check the integrity of the client. Comment what the type of info assist the engagement partner in determining the same. So they are talking about the aggressive nature of client, inappropriate reason and the info दे रहा है. See here. As per SQC1, firm should obtain the such info it considered necessary before accepting an engagement with a new client or continuing existing one. Where issue identified, the firm decided to accept or continue the client relationship engagement. It should document how issues were resolved. Now you have to explain the above 7 point, I think 7 or 6 point is 7 point. अग्रेसिव नेचर का क्लाइंट, इनएप्रोप्रिएट रीजन एंड द इन्फो दे रहा है. ओके ओके. फॉर द क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 आल्सो गिव रेफरेंस टू SQC1 and SA200. For the question number 1 only SQC1 is enough. In the second question I say I have given reference to both SQC1 and SA200 also. Okay, to give reference to both here for second question if come in exam. Remember this. Okay, to get full marks. A CA firm, Mr. CA, during discussing with a new client, came to know that there was a search by the ED in their premises, resulting in the recovery of huge sum of cash. They search by the ED means that client might be involved in the money laundering, and the income tax department had also searched their premises. So they are involved in the illegal activities. This is clear, totally clear. So limiting the poor quality of services provided by the present auditor, he offers the appointment as the tax auditor of 5 family-owned firm to CAM. What factor to be evaluated? Should not accept that engagement. Should not accept. Okay. As per SQC1, before accepting a new engagement, the integrity of client should be considered, including the matters that indicate the involvement in the money laundering activities. This is the one of the point out of those 7 points. Copy paste the question here, then give the conclusion. It indicates that the client might be involved in the money laundering activities because there is a search by the ED, there is a search by the income tax department also. So this says that the client might be involved in the money laundering activities or the illegal activities. Therefore, offer should not be accepted. Okay, to get the full marks, I also explain all the 7 points here. All 7 points here before this. This one, aggressive nature of client, inappropriate reason and info दे रहा है. This is clear to you? Okay, to get the full marks, write all the points first, then explain that given in that question. Okay, there is one more question. AP and the associate, while carrying out the audit, came to know that the company has expanded its operation into a new segment, and AP and associate does not possess the necessary expertise carrying out the audit. Accordingly, wishes to withdraw from the engagement. So they are asking us to what steps should be taken to withdraw from the engagement. Discuss the issues that need to be addressed before deciding to withdraw. The first is reason. First is First is action, then reason. The third is report, and the fourth is document. Action, reason, report, document. Action, reason, report, document. So as per SQC1, that firm should establish the policies with respect to withdrawal from the engagement and communication requirement. So these are 4 points: action, reason, report, document. Okay, clear to you? Okay. This is November 22 question, 5 marks, exam question. The next point is about the human resources. That firm should establish the policies and the procedures that is designed to provide it with the reasonable assurance that it has sufficient personnel with the capabilities, competence and the commitment CCC necessary to perform its engagement. Firm should assign its responsibility for each audit engagement to engagement partner. Remember, for each engagement, who is responsible? That engagement partner who is signing the audit report. Okay, this is not so important for exam purpose. Just read this. Just read this. So firm should establish the policies and the procedures requiring that the identify and role of engagement partner are communicated. Identify who is engagement partner and his role are communicated to the key member of the client management and TCWG. Communicate to them, he is our engagement partner, he will sign the audit report, and these are his roles. Engagement partner has appropriate capabilities, competence and authority and time to perform his role. These are the basic lines Thus, read this, not important for exam purpose. And the responsibility of engagement partner are clearly defined and communicated to that partners also. Okay, not so important. Again, I am saying just read it and left it. Come to next topic. This is important. Engagement performance. Consultation in difficult or the continuous matter. It means conflicting matters. You can say conflicting matters. Conflicting matters. So, consultation needed for the difficult or the continuous matter means that create a conflict between the team, between the engagement team for the engagement. So, consultation procedures require the consultation with those having the appropriate knowledge and seniority. Means the person having the white hairs in the firm. Person having the white hair. White hair means that person having the knowledge and the seniority, experience in the firm level. Within the firm or outside the firm on significant technical, ethical and other matters, and appropriate documentation and implementation of conclusion. So for these reasons, if any consultation is required, then take it from the senior personnel, from your firm itself or the outside the firm if required on this matter. Again, the next point says that it promote the quality and the improve the application of judgment also. From needing to consult externally when it lacks the appropriate internal resources. When there is no proper person who can guide you in the firm, then you can take the consultation from the outside also, from the consult externally also, if you don't have any expert in your firm for that topic. Now the next topic is about the engagement quality control review. Engagement quality control review. Okay, its applicability. So engagement quality control review is mandatory. It means first the engagement partner, that engagement team, complete the audit, then the engagement reviewer came, he will review that audit. Not complete, some part of that. Significant part of that. Significant part of that. He will review. Is it clear? Okay. Now, so engagement quality control review, it is mandatory for the listed company. For the listed company. For the other companies, it depends upon your firm criteria. It's your choice. It's your firm choice for other companies. For the listed companies, it is mandatory. For other, it is recommendatory. Optional. So EQCR means engagement quality control reviewer will review the significant judgment, not complete all, made in the engagement before report is issued. Okay, that engagement quality control review should be done before the report is issued. Extend, depend upon the complexity of the engagement and the risk. Kitna karega, how much, it depends upon the complexity also. Review does not reduce the responsibility of engagement partner. Okay, these are common points. You may say general points. Right? Okay. The next topic is about the review of the audit work. That engagement quality control reviewer for audit of financial statement of the listed entities. It include considering the following. The MT's naming technique is NPO appointed 2CS. NPO appointed 2CS. This is N, then this is P and this is O. NPO appointed 2CS. CS, then CS. NPO appointed 2CS. Now read this and learn this. See here. Now start with the N. There is a need to revise the NTO work performed. He should check, he should review whether there is any need to revise the NTE means nature, timing, extent of the work performed by the engagement partner. Whether the work performed by him is enough or not. Work enough or not by performed by the engagement partner. Enough or not. Check. Right? Okay. Now, and P. By P means that work performed as per the professional standard, means by following the essays and the law requirement and PO. O से आएगा objective of the engagement procedures are achieved. So what are the objective of engagement? Is giving the appropriate report that you are doing audit, is to give the appropriate report in the circumstances. Give appropriate report in the circumstances. In circumstances. Now, so NPO is clear. Now 2CS, CS. So appropriate consultation have been taken place and resulting the conclusion documented. So if your firm, your engagement team require the consultation that you have taken properly, okay, if required, and that conclusion you have documented properly. This is reviewed by the EQC reviewer. And any significant matter raised for the further consideration, he should also review, just like for checking the whether your company data actually exists or not. That auditor, that engagement partner send for a external confirmation as per SA 505 that you will covered later on. Okay, SA 505, but should not get any proper response. So how they check this later on? If they don't get proper response from that data, then how they check this later on? What step they have taken? So these are the significant matter. This should be reviewed by the engagement quality control review for further consideration. Now, NPO CS, again CS. By C means that first cover S1, evidence obtained is sufficient and appropriate to support the report. Means you have obtained the SI means sufficient and appropriate audit evidence to support the report. That work performed support the conclusion reached and is appropriately documented. Means your evidence is supporting your conclusion and you have properly documented the same also. Okay. NPO 2CS. By N means the NTO procedures. By P means the your standard professional standards, just like essays and the law requirement. By O means the objectives that your report is appropriate. By CS. By C means the consultation. By S means the significant matters. Again, by C means the conclusion reached by using the evidence, and by S means the sufficient and appropriate audit evidence, means PSI. Okay, NPO 2CL should be reviewed by the engagement quality control reviewer only in case of the listed companies. Is it clear? Clear, sir. Okay. There is a question on it also. So there is a question for a listed company. Audit of a listed company, work of a CAH is reviewed by the senior partner CAK auditing this company for the last 8 years. That senior partner review the work by CAH, but that CAH is auditing this company for the last 8 years. For the last 8 years. Again, for the last 8 years. Can he do so? No. As per Companies Act, a firm of CAs can do audit for the 10 year, 5+5. But a engagement partner can sign the audit report only for the next 7 years, not for the 8 years. So this is wrong. This is wrong here. CAK was out of India, means that EQCR was out of India for some personal reasons. So this year CAG asked to review the work. What area CAG should consider? Okay, now this year CAG can be, means the EQCR can be changed, no problem in that. So what area CAG should consider at time of review Also whether the firm is complying with the standard on the quality control or not. That firm is not complying because that partner, then that means engagement partner, is doing the audit for the 8 years. That is wrong totally. So first write all about 7 points that engagement partner should check. This one, NPO 2CS, NPO appointed 2CS, plus 6th point about the ethical requirement, that is for the independence. Note point number 2 and 3, familiarity and rotations. This one you have to write here. See here, what is written here? It is written here is that point number 6 about the ethical requirement. Come to the point number 6. Point number 6. This is the 7. This is the point number 6 about the ethical requirement, about the independence. This one. Write this one. Write this one. Okay, that partner can do audit for the 7 years only. Explain this one. Clear? Okay. So explain this one, then give the conclusion that based upon the above, it can be concluded that firm is not complying with the SQC 1 as engagement partner H is continuing for the more than 7 years. Done? Done. Okay, question is important. Remember. Now, firm policies and the procedures are designed to maintain the objectivity of the EQCR. It is also important. You should remember, you should take care that the EQCR should also be unbiased because he is member of your firm, but during his work he should be unbiased. Unbiased because he is coming for checking the work that done by the engagement partner. Okay. So the main thing here is that the EQCR should not be appointed by the engagement partner. Should not be selected by the engagement partner. Okay, we will read under the SA 220. It is a responsibility, I repeat, it is a responsibility of the engagement partner to appoint the engagement quality control it is a responsibility of engagement partner to ensure that engagement quality reviewer is appointed. Okay, to ensure that engagement quality control reviewer is appointed. It is the responsibility of engagement partner, but engagement partner should not select the EQCR. Does not participate means that EQCR should not participate during the work that firm engagement team are doing, and not make any decisions along with the engagement team. Is not subject to other consideration that would be threaten the reviewer's objectivity. But a question come in exam. This is the question that come in exam. What is that? Can engagement partner consult the engagement quality control reviewer during the engagement? Can an engagement partner consult the engagement quality control reviewer during the engagement? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. As long as it does not affect the quality of engagement, that reviewer objectivity should be maintained. Yes, the answer is yes, that engagement partner can consult with the engagement quality control reviewer as long as it does not affect their quality and also the objectivity of the EQCR. Right? Okay, there is a question also after that topic. Now, what is the NTE, nature, timing, extent of engagement quality control reviewer? Okay, this is the what they review. Okay, and this covers the NTE, means nature, timing, extent of work review by the engagement quality control. Before issuing the audit report, engagement partner CAP asks CAR, that is the engagement quality control reviewer, to perform the engagement quality control review, and is of view that his responsibility will get reduced after a review by the CAR. Whether the contention of CAP is correct, aspect that need to be considered by the CAP while performing the engagement quality control review. Okay, if in question it is covered that aspect to be considered, then you have to write these points, that is the NTE. if in the question it is written that there is a question, what area that EQCR should review, then you have to write the review of work. What area? Okay, mark this work. What area? If the question says what aspect, okay, there is a change in word, area and aspect, then you have to write the NTE of the engagement quality control review, these points. Otherwise these are point almost same like that. Okay, almost same point. But you have to keep in mind, if I say ask for aspect, then write these, or I say ask for NTE, then write these. Otherwise that above point almost same like what to be reviewed. Okay, done. Now it cover the review does not reduce the engagement partner responsibility. This is clear that review by the engagement quality control reviewer is not reduce the responsibility for the engagement partner. Now explain the aspect. These are the CM and the IS judgment. CM and the IS judgment for matter and the working paper. CM and the IAS judgment for the matter and the working paper. So where is CM? There is CM, there is I, and there is A, and there is S. CM, IAS. Judgment. Okay. Matter and the working papers. Okay. Now read each one and learn all this in class. See here. Let's start with the C. Whether the appropriate consultation has been taken place on the matter involving the difference of opinion and conclusion reached. Okay, this is the same point that we have read in that same point. Okay, the next point says by M, significant and disposition of the corrected and the uncorrected misstatement identified during the audit engagement. That auditor have find any corrected or uncorrected misstatement, he should review that. Okay, misstatement means what the AS says, what the India says, what the actual treatment done by the management. The difference between the same is known as the misstatement. Okay, what is material misstatement? That affect the decision of the user of the final statement. That is material. Okay, material misstatement. So any misstatement find by the engagement partner should be reviewed by the engagement quality control reviewer. CMI, engagement team's evaluations of the firm's independence. Remember this. First, it is the responsibility of engagement partner to maintain the independence. It is responsibility of the firm to establish the policies and procedures to maintain the independence. Okay, there are 3 points. To check the independence, then again check again if we find key there is any let's read this point. Okay, first we should maintain the independence. Second, if we identify, evaluate circumstances, then that create threat to independence. Okay, after reaching the client place, again evaluate any threat. In the third step, take the actions, eliminate the threat or withdraw from the engagement. Okay, this is the responsibility of the firm to make the policies and the procedures about this. Also, to comply with this is responsibility of the engagement partner to checking this. Okay, plus this is the responsibility for the EQCR also to check the engagement team's evaluation of independence is proper or not. Okay, so engagement partner also check and the EQCR also check about the independence here. Then A, appropriateness of the report issued, means that report given by your firm is proper or not. It can be disclaimer, adverse report is proper or not in the circumstances. IAS means significant risk identified during the engagement. Just like I have given example about, this is again same point that I have given example about the SA 505 for external confirmation. This is same. So IAS, CM, IAS. Now judgment. any judgment made for the materiality and the significant risk. Okay, that auditor have to make judgment for the different matter, just like they have made for the materiality. So what is materiality? Okay, it depend upon the judgment. What is material for the users of the final statement? That is material. That affect their decisions, that is material. So it depends upon the judgment. That judgment is made by the engagement partner for the materiality, for the significant risk is proper or not, that is reviewed by the engagement quality control reviewer. The next is about the matters. That matters to be communicated to management or the TCWG other parties. Okay, remember in the lecture number 00 we have discussed about the the parents are the TCWG. The parents are the TCWG. Okay, CA is doctor. Company is a child. And the hotel is management. Hostel is management. Now, that doctor, CA as a doctor, communicate to their parent, child parent. Okay, this communication is required as per SA 260 and the 265. That chartered accountant should communicate to the TCWG and the management also as per SA 260 and 265, and it's compulsory. They have to communicate. It's compulsory. So now the EQCR will check whether the engagement partner have communicate with the TCWG or the management or not. It should be checked by it should be reviewed by the engagement quality control reviewer. Okay. The next is about the working papers. Whether the working paper selected for the review reflect the work performed in relation to the significant judgment, and the conclusion reached that engagement quality control reviewer should not be check all the document. Okay, should not be do again audit. He check some working paper, and he should ensure that the working papers selected by him is cover all the significant judgment and support the conclusion. That working paper selected by him covers the significant judgment and support the conclusion. Okay, because he's not checking all the document, he's not doing again audit. Okay, remember this. So CM-IAS judgment, matters and working papers. CM-IAS judgment for matter and working paper. If I see ask for the aspect for the NTE for engagement quality control review, then you have to write all these points. Some points are common between the both. Okay, this is clear to you 100%. Okay, this is exam question also by 20 to 5 marks. Now, if there is a difference between the opinion between the engagement team, then during the audit, a issue arose for the revenue from contract as per Ind AS 115. That engagement partner took a certain stand, but the engagement quality control reviewer recommended otherwise after review. Means he is saying different from the engagement partner. That engagement partner is not willing to accept the recommendation of the reviewer. What to do in the given situation? Okay, in that case, we have to follow the policies made by our firm. In the given case, the recommendation of the EQCR is not accepted by the engagement partner, but it is not resolved. That matter should be resolved by following the established procedures of the firm, like by the consulting with another practitioner or firm. That difference in opinion should be resolved by the firm as per the firm established procedures, their policies. There's an example just like by consulting with another practitioner or firm or a professional or regulatory body. That audit report should be issued only after the resolution of the matter. Okay, this is new question. Clear? Now this is common point that is covered under the SQC 1 and the SA 230 also. The first point says for the हम साथ साथ हैं, that is for the assembly of the final engagement file on the timely basis. In case of audit, such a time limit is ordinarily is not more than the 60 days. Remember, this call for the final engagement file. Okay, if question says that the auditor, when the auditor have to complete the audit documentation, they have to document along when they are performing the procedures. Okay, along when they are performing procedures. When they are performing procedures. For what? For audit documentation. Okay, they have to document along with the when they are performing the audit procedures. So this 60 days for the final engagement file means they have to remove the unnecessary document, set all the files, means make proper folder for doing this like work. Okay, they have 60 days after the audit report, but for the audit documentation they have to do along when they are performing the audit procedure. This is very important point, remember this always. The second point says the retention period ordinarily is not more than a 7 year. Okay, that audit documentation they have to maintain for the 7 year from the date of audit report, if later the date of audit report, group audit report. This is clear? So hum साथ साथ, this is the common point under the SA 230 and the SQC 1 also. Is it clear? Right. Now, ownership of the engagement documentation. It is the property of the firm, means the auditor. It's at his discretion that make portion extract from the engagement documentation available to client. Okay, this is same as per SQC 1 and the SA 230. You can give reference to both during the exam in the question. This is new one. See here. Engagement Quality Control Review Documentations. PB means policies and the procedures for the documentations of engagement quality control review should require the document that, it means that engagement quality control reviewer should document these three things. The first is that procedures required by firm policies on the engagement quality control review have been performed. Means all the procedures required by their firm policies for the EQCR have been performed. They have to document this. Engagement quality control reviewer has been completed, the report has been completed before report is issued. Remember this. EQCR, engagement quality control reviewer review should be completed before issue of the audit report. Before issue of the audit report. For this topic, MCQ can also come and KCD can also be made. Engagement quality control review should be completed before issue of audit report by the engagement partner. Okay, otherwise it has no benefit. If the report is issued, then it has no benefit. Reviewer is not aware of any unresolved matters that cause the reviewer to believe that the judgment and the conclusion of the engagement team is not appropriate. So all these 3 points they have to document. Normal question, learn this also, important. Okay, there is a question, 2 questions. See this. That auditor means engagement partner of a listed company wants to consult the engagement quality control reviewer on a issue during the course of audit for the related party transactions. Can he consult? That in the question they are asking that the engagement partner can consult with the engagement quality control reviewer. Yes, he can consult. It is necessary to maintain the objectivity of the reviewer. Therefore, the participation in the engagement is making decision for engagement team is not to be avoided. Is to be avoided. He should not make any decision for the engagement team. But that engagement partner may consult with the engagement quality control reviewer during the engagement so that so as not to compromise the objectivity and the eligibility to perform the role. Means he can consult with the engagement quality control reviewer, that engagement partner, allowed, but it should not compromise their objectivity and the eligibility. Good question. Clear? Now, see the next question. There is a Ram Arjun, a CA final student. He feels that the engagement file in audit engagement should be ready prior to issue of audit report. He is totally wrong because he has not taken classes from me. He has no study from the magic book. Okay, that's why he is wrong. He is saying that the audit firm, the audit file should be completed prior to the issue of the audit report. It can be completed within the 60 days. Okay, that firm may establish the policy and procedures for the engagement team to complete the assembly of final audit engagement file on a timely basis. Also, the engagement report finalized. That engagement file should be completed in not more than 60 days after the date of audit report issued. Thus, the view of Ram Arjun is not in order because he has not taken classes from Shivam Nagpal classes and not studied from the magic book. Done? Likhana exam. You can write this in exam. Okay? Done? Done. Now, the last topic for SQC1 is the monitoring. That firm should ensure. Okay, again, this is not so important. Just do a plain reading. You can write here. Just do a plain reading. Just plain reading. So, firm should establish the policies and procedures for the quality control are relevant, adequate, operating effectively, and comply with the practice. In the last step, this is the last step, we will check above all the steps are complying properly or not. We establish the policies and the procedure for its compliance, for its monitoring. These points are covered here. That quality control of the engagement has to be monitored considering the following factors. Whether the quality control system appropriately designed and effectively implemented. Your quality control system for the firm level is properly designed and properly implemented also. Whether the new development in the professional standard mean in the essays and the law requirement. Accordingly, update your quality control system and conduct the monitoring by entrusting the responsibility to partner and the other experienced person. Do the monitoring for the above points by giving the responsibility to the partner and the other experienced person. Take the remedial action against the personnel who did not conform to the quality control policies of your firm. Take the action against him. Take action against him. Take action when deficiency in the quality control and the non-compliance is identified. Same like this, take action. Okay? Okay. Now, the SQC1 is complete. In the next lecture, we will cover the essay 220 and the some extra topic there are that is the peer review, quality review and the NAFRA we will cover in the next lecture. Okay? So, goodbye.